Drewz Viewz. Drewz Viewz. So scroll to the description and hit play. Copyright claims try to hide his vids away, but he'll never stop cause the Ben fans say that he's the baddest reactor to ever make their day. Drewz Viewz. To the true, Drewz Viewz. To the true. Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Car Tuesday, reacting to them cartoons on Tuesday with Ben 10, Alien Force. Today I'll be watching Season 3, Episode 8. It is called If All Else Fails. If all else fails, then what? Called Ben 10? I don't know, that could be what some people think at this point. We know he's very influential in the world now. You know, even intergalactic judges kowtow to him, etc. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's something failing with the team in general, and then they have to do something. I'll find out in just a minute. But last time on episode 7 of the season, we had to give Ben a hand because he lost it. There was a bounty hunter type guy, not a bounty hunter, there's a collector type guy wanted to, I guess, steal or take stuff to sell high value space items. Some of the stuff that Kevin himself might be interested in, but wanted the Omnitrix, and it ended, he tried to cut the hand off and get it, which ended up in Ben's hand being transported to the null void, and you know, he's turning into the aliens with the hand with the watch outside, scampering around. And eventually that guy's axe had to go switch to get them all back. So it was an interesting setup. I liked the episode. And I was thinking, yeah, this is... I couldn't remember if I brought this up before, but I kind of think I didn't. Although I don't know how... If I didn't, I don't know how I never thought of it. But, like, can someone just cut his hand off and get the Omnitrix? Obviously, so a lot of people in the comments told me that was like a common fan theory, or just like a topic that was brought up during the airing of the show, like why couldn't this happen? So evidently the writers saw that or had the same thought or whatever, and that's why they made that last episode. So interesting to see, though. You can't just chop the arm off. And there was like a thing with Bill Gax in the original series when he was trying to take it, where he was trying to like suck it off with like some kind of machine, rather than chopping the arm right off, or the hand. So maybe that has something to do with it too. I guess he knew that you couldn't just do that. Yeah, so it's a defense mechanism from the Omnitrix itself. Anyway, seems like a lot of people liked that episode a lot. A couple people also mentioned that the beginning, I think I haven't mentioned the spider monkey, like, oh, it looks like he's doing, like, literally being a Spider-Man around town. And apparently that was a reference to Spider-Man, or one of the Spider-Man animated series or something. So that makes sense. And maybe I think I can't quite parse the comment here, but saying something about Man of Action, like the animation team, that maybe they actually they make Spider-Man, or they had previously done Spider-Man comics and X-Men. So that's interesting. Can't remember. Someone might have told me that before, I guess. You know, they're obviously heavily superhero influenced. Ben is essentially a superhero. And then a couple people also asking about the next series. I don't know, that's coming out now, I guess, because I don't have that many episodes left in Alien Force. I think there's 20. I looked, and there's 20 episodes in this third season. I guess third and final season. And now I'm on episode 8, so 12 more after today. But yeah, I plan to continue. You know, we'll see if it's immediate. There are other shows I want to, do on Car Tuesday as well. I've been doing Ben 10 for quite a while, and now here, obviously, I run into issues with copyright and everything like that, and losing a lot of my old videos, unfortunately. But no plans to stop it. And I'm interested to see people think. I guess Ultimate Alien, I believe it's called, has some good plot evidently in there. I like overarching type of plots that, from episode to episode build on each other. So I'll be interested if that's the case with Ultimate Alien. And I was asking about it wasn't on this last video, but I saw a comment recently that said, I had been asking about, from the live action movie, there's that new character introduced. It seemed kind of like a love interest for Ben. And I thought at the time when I was watching that, I saw a comment saying she'd be in Alien Force. Like this season 3, I thought I saw that at least, but now someone had told me that she's in the next series, so maybe it wasn't season 3, but series 3 of Ben 10, but either way, I guess that would make sense there. Anyway, enough intro to this one. I gotta see what happens when all else fails. Let's do it. Alright, so we had the revenge of the hybrids, kind of, after the war had ended, peacefully, essentially, at the end of season 2 there. I kind of made reference to this during it, but there you hear stories of, I don't know if they're all apocryphal or whatnot, of like people being left behind in Vietnam or somewhere, not knowing the war has ended, and then still trying to fight years later. Again, this wasn't quite like that because he knew, he was there as a failsafe in case it ended, I guess in case they lost. So not quite the same situation, but it made me think of that anyway. But then I guess he was just a soldier, and then like when he saw that it was true, and that Riney was the new leader, high leader or whatever, he went along with him. But yeah, there's a pretty diabolical plan there, and plan to whatever was there, and a couple prisoners, I guess, which Max was one before. Well, was he whenever? I'm trying to think now, because he was on the run from them. Ben and Co were trying to find him, and then when they reunited with him, he blew up the weapon, causing himself and all them to go to the null void. But was he ever actually kidnapped by the hybrid? Like, was he briefly before that? I'm trying to think now. Anyway, it makes sense, like, he has him. They had him using as the brain of the thing anyway, but yeah, high value target there, certainly. Though I think he might be such a high value target or a prisoner that they would want to bring him back to wherever in the first place, not leave him on Earth, which for this plan you needed them on Earth, I guess, is the failsafe. But anyway, maybe I thought that would be too difficult. But yeah, I like it was a diabolical plan. Just turn it into that big Ent style tree creature and have it walk into a power plant and melt it down. I don't know if that would destroy the whole Earth. It seems like it would be pretty bad, though. It would definitely take down a big portion. Now, it seems like, so Ben went and got Riney, I guess, in ship. It seems like when he gets in ship, he can just go, like, hyperspeed, or, like, it takes seconds only to go far away and come back, because the same thing kind of happened with the last ship episode, when they went to court and back so quickly. Like, well, that fight was still going on, and this same kind of idea. I don't know if that's just convenience sake for the writers or what, but I should have thought, though, I guess. Maybe I didn't think because I wasn't thinking he could go so far so quickly and back, but it makes sense that that's who Ben would be going to get for a hybrid problem. So yeah, and I did like that Max was in this, because since we hadn't seen him for a while, really, even though it was just there on a camp out or whatever, they weren't doing, he wasn't sending him on missions or doing anything purposeful like that. Well, yeah, is this the last we'll see of the hybrids in Alien Force here? I don't know. Like I said at the intro of this, I think after this one, I have now 12 episodes left to watch, I believe. So we'll see if they show Riney or any of them show back up again here to mix it up with old Ben 10. But if not, I like seeing them show back up. It is an interesting storyline, even at post-war like this, as we saw here. So yeah. Anyway, that'll about do it for this one. Do join me back next time for Season 3, Episode 9 of Alien Force. Keep those comments coming. Love to see that. Love to see the conversation back and forth and everything like that. Subscribe, all that. And until then, I'm going to be up out of here. Peace.
I'll be back as soon as I can.